Good afternoon, fellow Tostmasters. My name is Scott Franklin Solomon. I was born May 17th, 1986, and I'm the middle of 3 children. Fortunately for all you, I won't be just talking about myself this entire, well, it is all about myself, but I won't be giving the facts about my life. I don't really remember too much from my childhood. I don't know why. Not a lot of memories stuck, but there are a few that did change the person I am today and have, I think made me a better person. So I'd like to take you back to the 5th grade. I was 10 years old, and I wasn't a cool kid in school. I wasn't one of the least popular kids, but like every 10-year-old, I wanted to become more popular. And obviously not to get girls at that time because they still had cooties, but to just be one of the more popular kids. So one day I was riding the bus, and I thought it'd be a good idea to make fun of one of the least popular kids. So I was sitting in the middle of the bus. I had my lunch bag, and I suggested to other people sitting around that I was going to empty it and stick it over the head of one of the boys sitting in the front of the bus. So I thought this would elicit the reaction from them, make them laugh, and kind of increase my standing in the schoolyard. So at that point, I decided to go through with the plan. I took the lunch bag, snuck up behind the boy in the front of the bus, and slammed it over his head. Now, this did not make me feel better about myself. Sure, everybody was laughing, but that didn't mean anything to me at the time. The moment I did that, I knew I'd hurt somebody else, and that wasn't the person I was. To hurt somebody else wasn't going to make me feel better. It wasn't going to make them feel better, obviously, and there was no benefit. It was malicious and unwarranted. So the bus driver slammed on the brakes. She saw what I had done. She threatened to tell my mom, tell the principal, but none of that really mattered at the time. I felt so terrible as it was that I couldn't care less who she told. So that day in school, the guilt was building up inside. Felt like the day took forever. 8 hours felt like 24 hours. Finally, I got home. I told my mom what I did, and she was very upset and disappointed in me. So she suggested that I call the boy that I hurt. And as easy as that sounds, I was so embarrassed by what I did that I couldn't even build up the courage myself to call him and apologize. It was selfish in a way because I was just thinking about how I felt and how terribly I felt, but I couldn't even imagine how poorly he felt, and with everybody laughing at him, the entire bus, and just to know that somebody would do that just to make other people laugh must have hurt a lot. So I did eventually build up the courage to call. I spoke to his mother. She put him on the phone, and I apologized, and he accepted my apology, and that took a ton of weight off my shoulders. Even though it didn't make up for what I did, I knew that it did make me feel better to know that he could forgive me and he didn't hate me. So that was really made a difference in my life, and it got me thinking. Today everybody hears about all these stories of bullying and how people do things to other people just to make people laugh, to make themselves feel better. You see things on the news about people committing suicide because they were bullied in school, or people were making fun of them, and you wish you could go there and help that person, but you obviously can't. And I wish I could go back in time and not do what I had done to hurt that boy, but I can't do that. It's a lesson that when I have kids, it's one of the first things I want to teach them: to be a leader, not follow, or follow when you have to, lead most of the time. And if you think if you're thinking about doing something just to make other people laugh, but that's going to hurt somebody else, don't do it. It's not worth it. You'll regret it. And rather than say you wish you didn't do it, you could say that you didn't do it when you're standing up here like me talking to people. Thank you.